In this lecture, I will explain you how to enable Anypoint monitoring on the Mule apps. By default, the monitoring is not enabled, meaning after we deploy our apps, the metrics are not collected by default and are not shown by default on the Anypoint monitoring dashboards. Okay, we need to explicitly enable the monitoring so that the data points are collected and the metrics are shown on the Anypoint monitoring page. Basically, there are two ways how we can enable the Anypoint monitoring. One is a manual way and the second one is a CI/CD pipeline way, which is automated way. In the manual way, there are again two ways how we can achieve this. One is through the Anypoint monitoring GUI, where we need to navigate to the Anypoint monitoring GUI, go to the settings, and then we can opt saying enable monitoring to all the new apps that are getting deployed, or for already deployed ones we can cherry pick each individual app and enable the monitoring on the UI itself. And the second manual way is using the runtime manager, where we can update the Cloud Hub properties with a particular runtime property for each and individual app, and once the property is updated and the app is restarted, then the monitoring is enabled on that particular app. This is a bit tedious because we have to go to every single app and add the Cloud Hub property, compared to the other way where we can go to the Anypoint monitoring UI and enable for all the apps at a single place. But both fall under the manual way of enabling the monitoring. And coming to the CI/CD way, we can again achieve this by automating. We can tell during the deployment itself that okay, while deploying the app, please make sure that the monitoring is enabled by adding one property, the same property that we add in the Cloud Hub properties in the manual way of doing, right? The same property can be automated to be added during the deployment using CI/CD pipeline. Again, there are two ways how we can automate. Like you already know, one way of automating the deployments is using the Anypoint CLI. So using the Anypoint CLI in the deploy command for the runtime manager, we can add this property in that command to make sure that during the deployment using Anypoint CLI command, that particular monitoring setting or the property is included in it so that it will be enabled during the deployment. Or another way is to just, if you are using the Mule Maven plugin to automate your deployments, then make sure that in the POM file, the POM that your project has included in it will have this particular property covered in the properties section, so that during the deployment the monitoring is automatically enabled. Alright, I'll soon show you the actual demonstration on where are the places and how do we navigate to these places to enable the monitoring. But in general, just remember that once again, there are totally like two ways, manual and CI/CD. In manual, further down you can do it either from the Anypoint monitoring settings page, or you can go to the runtime manager and update the Cloud Hub properties with a particular setting. And in the automated way, again there are further down two ways. One is using the Anypoint CLI. You can add the same property in an automated way using the Anypoint CLI runtime manager deploy command, or you can automate it using the Mule Maven plugin by including the property in the POM file in your project, so that the same will be enabled automatically during the Mule Maven deployments. Alright, happy learning.